Yo, what's up, guys? It's Mo. Welcome back to Sportscast. I am joined by my fellow host, Johnny,
Oh, hi.
and Dino.
Oh,
And we got a lot of positive reception on the last video, which was top 15 NBA players. We got a lot of views and a lot of positive feedback. Thank you so much for that. So we're just going to keep continuing on. And today's podcast slash video is going to be top 10 NBA players of all time. And I think I said this last time, but this is, again, very subjective, except for like a few picks. So yeah, just if you disagree, just leave your opinion down below. We want to see what you guys think. And yeah, I think we should just get right into it. I don't think there's any rules beforehand. I think we included everyone that we could. I even included current players. Did you guys?
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to start from the bottom or start from the top?
I say start from the top, because the Bob's gonna have more dispute. So let's start off where we all can agree on something.
All right. For number one, I think everyone should have MJ, Michael
yeah.
Jordan.
Yep, I got him right here.
I am.
It's really easy to explain why MJ should be number one. He's the most dominant player of all time.
No.
Like,
He's the best.
Okay.
He's not the most dominant, but he's the best player.
he's the best player of
The
all
most
time.
dominant player was Bill Russell, and that is an undisputed fact.
Okay, we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, there's literally, you can just go on and on talking about Michael Jordan. His documentary is airing today, actually, when we're recording. But yeah, either way, he's just a beast. He has 10 scoring titles, 14 All-Star appearances, and he only played 15 seasons. If he didn't retire early, he could have done much more. You guys have any things to say about Michael Jordan?
Well, he actually played 16, but yeah.
He's just probably just the best all-around player ever.
Yep. And I think that's just hard to dispute. People who say LeBron is better than MJ, I'm sorry, you're just wrong.
No, there's an argument for LeBron. There is an argument. I don't agree with that, but there's an argument.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess so.
Okay, number two.
I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number two.
I has LeBron James.
I
have-
LeBron.
I have Kobe Bryant.
Okay,
Kobe Bryant, number two.
That is a
Kobe
stretch
Bryant.
and a half, kid.
All right, Dino, I'll let you share your opinion why Kobe is number two.
Alright, so there is no other player in NBA history who even compare to Michael Jordan other than Kobe Bryant.
What are you
In the
basing
same
that off
position?
of?
No, he's basing off of their game, like how they play.
Yeah, because like
Kobe.
Kobe copied Jordan, and he just
So
did a pretty good job about that.
So did Shannon Brown, but he didn't do quite a good job.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yep, not a good job.
All
But
right.
yeah, that's why I think so.
Mo, who'd you have?
I have Kareem. I'll explain why I have Kareem. First of all, I want to say this. Kareem, I think, is the only player in NBA history to have a move that is unstoppable. His skyhook.
Dirk Nowitzki.
I think.
Dirk Nowitzki.
I still think Kareem. Okay, Dirk.
No, Kareem's
Okay, we can
move
talk
is
about that.
unstoppable, but Dirk's
Yeah,
move is
Dream Shake.
also.
All right, yeah. But also, other than that, Kareem played 20 seasons in the NBA, and I think he had one of the most successful NBA careers. Again, he played 20 seasons. He had 19 All-Star appearances. Just think about that. He barely got injured. He just played every year and he just did an amazing job, excluding his final 2 years, which weren't great. But still, he had, let's see, 6 NBA championships, 11 All-Defensive, 2 Finals MVP, 6 MVPs in total. Kareem is I just think he's unstoppable. I feel like he goes really underrated because he played a long time ago. And again, I didn't see Kareem play in person, but I have watched some of his highlights, and it's just insane to see Kareem. I think he deserves to be number two.
And he's first in all-time scoring, so
Yeah, he's first in
I mean,
all-time
that's pretty
scorer. Yeah.
So Dino, do you wanna put your case for Kobe, or did we already cover that? And I'll go
I think we already
LeBron.
covered Kobe.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we covered that.
I wanna
LeBron.
see what you think LeBron James should be higher than Kareem.
because this might be a bit of a stretch because I expect LeBron, because right now possibly Kareem is better, but if you consider LeBron has probably another solid 3 years considering the rate he's going, he's not declining much. He's still
That is true.
doing great. And how many seasons has LeBron played again? I do not have that here, but
I feel like he
2003,
played 17.
17.
17.
17.
I think 16.
Including this year, 17.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So what is he? Fourth on all-time scoring? No,
He's climbing up there.
I believe. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
possible for him to be
We could be wrong on that, but I know that he's on track to pass Kareem.
pass Kareem.
I think.
If he plays around 3 more seasons, I believe he will.
Yeah,
Because
If he doesn't get injured.
yeah.
yeah. Hopefully
Yeah,
he won't.
that's
God
been another
forbid.
thing
I don't want
that's
LeBron to
helped.
get injured.
Why?
But because I don't want to see. Like, why? That's no one wants to see LeBron get injured.
I would beg to differ, Mo. Plenty of people want to
Okay,
see
yeah.
LeBron get injured. That's just false.
As
and
a
half.
fan of the NBA, I do not want LeBron to get injured.
That would be agreed with.
All right, I think I can segue into my number 3 spot, which was LeBron, and I'll get this. I'll just get this clear. I think by the end of his career, I'll have LeBron higher than Kareem. I think I'm gonna have MJ 1, LeBron 2, Kareem 3.
At the end of LeBron's career, I could see him being a number 1. Not yet.
I don't.
You
if
are-
he wins 3 NBA championships in a row, then maybe.
Oh, if he wins 3 NBA championships, then definitely. If he wins
Yeah.
1, possibly 2, a little bit more, and 3, that definitely. But if he wins
All right.
none, then he's probably staying number 1, number 2.
Yeah. So what everything Johnny said, I'll add on to that a little bit. Why LeBron is great. This is actually like kind of an underrated fact, but do you guys know what PER is? An underrated fact, yes.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but PER is kind of like taking just basketball into like a stat, just being good at the game of basketball, offensive and defensively. Can anyone else explain it better than me? I don't know how to explain PER.
Oh, I wish I could explain it better. I don't think I can though.
All right, but just so you know, PER is a good way to determine how a positive impact can come from a player. And LeBron has one of the highest PERs in NBA history, 27.5. As a comparison, MJ's is 27.9.
Yeah.
So again, LeBron is just amazing. He didn't have a lot of good teams on the Cavs, and he brought that terrible Cavs team that one year to the NBA championship, even though they got swept. But yeah, he's had a great career. He's great offensively and defensively. He's not even slowing down with the Lakers. So I wouldn't even be surprised if LeBron wins another NBA Finals before his career's over. All right, do you know who you got for number 3?
All right. Don't get mad, but I have Bill Russell.
I'm already mad.
I'm not mad about this.
Let
Phil
me
Russell.
just read you a comparison, all right?
I'm listening.
Bill Russell is 6 feet 9 inches. He's 150
that's
pounds.
a good height.
He's
No.
6'9"? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's
and
not.
Will is 7'1", 175 pounds, benched 500, ran a 4.6 40-yard dash, and he's a 48-inch vert.
He was an
And
athletic
Bill
monster.
Russell won against him, and he wasn't even in his prime.
You have just described a good track person. I don't think that's basketball.
It shows that Bill Russell's a good athlete, but
You see, being good at
So that he's like, he's a winner. He's the best winner ever.
yeah, he does. How many NBA championships does he have? 11?
11, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, most in NBA history. The reason I don't have Bill Russell higher is because I've never seen Bill Russell play.
You've never
and
seen Curry play.
I've seen his highlights,
Oh,
but I cannot
okay.
find when I look at Bill Russell highlights, I cannot find them. So, do you think Bill Russell's the greatest defensive player of all time? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question.
I may be mistaken, but Bill Russell, I think, averaged like over 20 rebounds per game over his career. And that's kind of insane. So, yeah, I do kind of get the Bill Russell. I personally would not have Bill Russell over like somebody like Kareem. But, yeah, I think we can move on to number 4. What do you guys think?
Number 4?
Yeah.
Oof. I would put Kobe.
You put Kobe
Actually,
number 4?
that's a bit. No. No, yeah, I'll keep
I have
Kobe. We'll put Kobe.
Kobe.
Magic.
Magic.
I have Magic as well. Johnny, I think we already touched on Kobe, but
Yeah,
I'll let you explain. Do you want to explain a little bit more about Kobe, or do you think we touched it all?
Yeah, you kind of touched it. Let's kind of go.
All right. Magic Johnson.
Tragic
Magic Johnson, I think, definitely deserves to be in the top 5. I think he's the
Yeah.
best passer of all time.
Point guard.
Yeah. Best point guard of all time? Yeah, for sure. And the thing about Magic is he was doing really good, but he had to retire early because he got HIV. So I think he only played 13 seasons with the Lakers, and he could have played more, I think, because he was like doing really good still. But yeah, because he had like that unfortunate event, he had to retire early. But he still did a really good job. He had 3 MVPs. He's a 5-time NBA champion. Yeah, I think Magic is just a great player overall. He's the best passer of all time, and he was also good at scoring the ball as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to add on even more, Magic is a great defensive player as well. He led the NBA 2 times with steals. And like you have to remember too, like these players played in like different eras too. And I think Magic had one of the hardest eras because basketball back then was like really physical, really tough. And he had to go against Larry Bird and stuff. And I think he still did like an amazing job. And I do think Magic edges out Larry Bird like a decent amount. Because Larry was more of like just a pure scorer, but Magic was more of an all-around type player. Honestly, I can't go on about Magic even more because he's just that good. I don't want to take up a lot of time.
Okay. Next one.
Agree.
Number 5, I had Larry Bird. I was just talking about him.
I had,
Wow.
I had Hakeem.
Hakeem, number 5.
Yeah.
Bron.
Wait, do you know who you have?
Bron.
Who?
Who?
Bron.
Oh, Braun. Okay.
LeBron.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you kind of be cutting out there.
All right, we talked about LeBron already. Hakeem, number 5? I'm kind
Yeah.
of surprised by that.
I've always.
So you're putting... I'll get
always
to that
thought
later,
he
but
was-
okay.
I've
Explain your
always-
Kareem pick.
I've always thought he was just underrated. Like if I'm the year LeBron played or not LeBron, Michael Jordan played baseball. I believe he won the championship both years.
He did.
Yeah,
the
so-
Rockets did win.
Without MJ, I mean you could say because they came out of the West, but without MJ,
And that was still a tough time.
dominated that
Is it-
league.
This
Yeah,
is the GOAT when the GOAT was gone.
yeah, exactly.
I think another reason Hakeem gets overlooked is that he was the number 1 pick in that year's draft with MJ. But when people talk about that draft, what are they talking about?
Charles Barkley.
MJ. Yeah, Charles Barkley. But they're also talking
Wasn't
about
Stockton also in that draft too?
Drexler.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Clyde Drexler was in that draft. He might have been.
Drexler. No, he was not in that draft. Because
He was not in that draft.
Portland
Who
used
went
their pick
before-
on Sam Bowie.
Who went? Yeah, Sam Bowie. Like that's like the thing people talk about most. It's like
Yeah.
Sam Bowie going before Jordan for some weird reason, and then
Yeah.
So Hakeem does get overlooked, but
Yeah.
again, Hakeem's great. I think Larry Bird is again just really just an amazing player, but he only played 13 seasons as well. He didn't have a long NBA career, and I'm pretty sure back then the rule was you couldn't go into the NBA until you were 21. So like Magic and Bird, they missed like 3 years of their NBA career pretty much if they would have joined the NBA now. So yeah, I think Larry Bird is also one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He had a great 3-pointer, just all around offensive game. It's like amazing to watch. And he wasn't bad on the defensive side either. He was also a winner. He had 3 NBA titles. And yeah, I just think Larry Bird's a great player. I think he deserves to be in the top 5, right behind Magic.
Okay. Next one.
Who'd you have, Johnny?
I had Bill Russell.
Bill Russell. Okay. Dina, who'd you have for number 6?
I have Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain. All right, I'll let you explain Wilt Chamberlain, then I'll explain my controversial number 6 pick.
If it's Melo,
Alright.
if it's Melo, I'm ending the call after
My-
you say it.
Okay.
If Melo's in this top 10, I swear.
All right, so I think that Wilt should be 6 because most athletic player ever. Maybe
Ooh,
in
that's
any-
arguable. That is arguable.
I would have to
How?
say Chauncey.
How?
I would have to say Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Phillips. Glenn Big Baby Davis,
Oh,
most
you
athletic
know
player
it.
of all time.
Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson. All right, Wilt Chamberlain was athletic. I'll let you keep going though.
Him and Shaq are probably the most dominant players ever, right?
By
Shaq?
dominant, you mean like in the post? Because I would say
overall, no.
Bill Russell is
But-
the most dominant player of all time.
No, he's not. Bill Russell was dominant in defense, but
He dominated his
his off-
era. He just
In the post, Wilt and Shaq for sure. In the
Yeah.
post.
yeah, but just like
Defensively,
overall-
Bill Russell was way more dominant than Wilt.
No, just in general, Bill Russell is the most dominant NBA player.
All right. I'll let you keep going, Dina.
I really disagree about that.
Why? Who do you
Um,
think and why?
Will Chamberlain,
Why?
Shaq.
Why?
Because Bill Russell's game was basically defense, and like
Yeah.
although he did score and he was a pretty good offensive player, but it was
Dominant doesn't
basically
mean
defense.
Dominant
No,
doesn't mean
and
offense. Dominant just means
I'm gonna-
winning.
I might have to go with Johnny here because dominant can also mean just
Yeah.
dominating the league. Bill Russell,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
he was literally destroying the NBA.
Wilt Chamberlain may have been a more dominant scorer. Shaq may have been a more dominant post player. Bill Russell was the most dominant overall. Just dominating the league.
Didn't you have Bill Russell over Wilt anyway?
I've been third, but I think that his defensive, he's the best defensive player ever, and
Yeah, I can agree with that.
he's the best offensive player. But I think domination is more offensive, defensive.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do you have anything more to say about Wilt besides his dominance on offense?
Well, he's first in all-time rebounds.
That
First
gets
in
overlooked.
all-time minutes per game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and
He was a
four-time-
he was a big workhorse too.
Yeah.
You know. All right.
unofficial quadruple double.
Yeah, he was the first one to get a quadruple double.
Mhm.
Didn't James Harden get it with turnovers once?
That wouldn't surprise me. No.
I think it
assume
might have
so.
been this
I
season.
assume so.
All right, I'll get into my controversial number 6 pick. This is, I think, the most underrated player in NBA history.
It better not be my 7. I'm pretty sure you're about to say my 7.
I have Tim Duncan.
Oh, I have him at 8.
I think Tim Duncan is really underrated. He was great all around, offensively and defensively. And, his offensive game actually gets, really overlooked. Like, Tim Duncan, I think he's known for, his signature bank shot and his, really good
Oh, yeah.
defense. But, his overall offensive game was, really good, in the post and stuff.
He's known for
And-
his signature nickname.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Fundamental. If not
Yep,
mistaken.
and I think
Oh,
not Bill Russell, Tim Duncan just does everything right in the game of basketball. Just again, fundamentals. Again, I don't think there's a weak spot in Tim Duncan's game besides he didn't really shoot threes, but again at that time there wasn't that much 3-point shooting. And when you look at Tim Duncan's career stats, a lot of it gets kind of downplayed because you can look up Tim Duncan's career stats on Basketball Reference, and you'll see well, his stats aren't the best. And then I'll say, well, the final years of his career, he barely played, and that kind of deflates his stats. But again, Tim Duncan's a winner, 5-time NBA championship, 5-time NBA champion, and I think this is one of the most underrated stats of all time. We'll say it again: 15-time All-Defensive Player. That's insane. 15-time
Yes,
All
that's pretty
NBA. 15-time All-NBA, 3-time Finals MVP, 2-time MVP. I've literally seen people tell me that Tim Duncan should not be in the top 10 because he doesn't have any MVP awards. He has 2. And again, I just think Tim Duncan's achievements just get so overlooked. I think he definitely deserves to be in the top
the
10.
majority of time get overlooked because in the era Tim Duncan played, he played in the wrong generation, basically.
Yeah, he did.
If you would have saw him playing before, a bit before MJ, maybe during the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird era, that's where I think he would have
Yeah.
been the best. Or maybe a bit after. If he started 3, 4, 5 years before, great.
It doesn't look like it, but Tim Duncan really dominated that era.
Yeah, except also he had some of the
He had a lot of help.
He had David Robinson for a few years.
Yeah, David Robinson, Tony
David
Parker,
Robinson is also. I think David Robinson
Greg,
is also really
Greg
underrated.
Popovich.
Yeah, he had really good coaching.
He had
too.
Ginobili and Parker with him a lot too.
Parker, yeah. But I just think
And then
Tim
Kawhi
Duncan
at the
still.
end.
Yeah.
What was it? I forgot what I was about to say.
That Spurs team. This is a little bit off subject, but that Spurs team, that was insane. Parker,
Yeah.
Ginobili, Duncan, Kawhi.
Matt Bonner, Aaron Baines,
Danny Green.
lethal.
That was and Greg Popovich coaching it all. All right, did we all go over our number 6?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 7. I had Kobe.
I had the Oscar Robertson.
I had Hakeem.
Okay, we went over Hakeem. I'll say a little bit about Kobe. Rip Kobe. But you know, Kobe is I think the only player in NBA history to even just get a somewhat grasp of MJ's game. You know, I've seen the videos of him and MJ doing like really close, like almost exact like moves in the game, and it's really insane to see what Kobe did. And you know, people are appreciating Kobe more now, and I think that's honestly amazing.
No,
He's one of the greatest players of all time. I think, yeah.
People aren't appreciating him for what he was. They're appreciating him for being dead, not for doing.
No,
what
but I
he
think
did.
people are appreciating his game more too. You know, people are watching more of his highlights and stuff. It's honestly really fun to watch Kobe highlights. He was
true.
really fun.
Yeah.
All right, we went over Hakeem, Johnny, Oscar Robertson.
He is
Okay.
slept on. Didn't he record like 100? No. How many triple doubles did he record a season?
He got like 40 once.
Yeah, he was probably one of the best at doing that. Granted, he was a stat pattern similar to Westbrook.
Westbrook, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's just
I think
achievement alone.
I think
back
he's
in
one
that
of
day.
the greats.
If I'm not wrong, I believe he played before the 3-point line as well.
Yeah, he's one of the older players.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get Oscar Robertson. He was kind of like Westbrook before Westbrook was a thing.
Yeah.
Which
Jeez.
Dina, what were you saying?
I think I kind of forgot it, but I mean, he got his assist from Kareem. And,
Exactly. Those 6. I don't know if all 6 years that Kareem was on the Bucks, Robertson was there, but having Kareem on your team was a big help for Oscar Robertson.
Kareem they overlapped, I think, like 4 years.
On the Bucks, yeah.
No,
might have been
they
4.
overlapped all.
Playing career.
69 to 74.
Mm-hmm.
So
But how many times were they on the same team?
Just then,
Okay.
because the Big O was on from like I think 68 to 69 or no, I forgot. He was on Kings, right?
I don't know for sure. I might have to fact check that.
Yeah,
but either way.
I can be definitely wrong. Oh yeah, he recorded 186 triple doubles.
Over his career, yeah.
Yeah.
I think his career high in the season was it 40 or 41?
Something.
Because I know he averaged a triple double one year.
Something ridiculous like that. Yeah, he averaged.
Yeah.
In his second season, he averaged 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists.
Yeah, no, that's.
he averaged a triple double in his rookie year.
Yeah, I know, but it was
No,
yeah.
did
I
I think it was.
he might have, but it was even better.
5 and
It was
5?
even better stats the next time.
Mhm.
His Kings years were underrated.
The Kings are a bad franchise. I'll explain a lot. Just in general, never been great.
They're not the best run organ. All right. I think we could move on to number 8. I had Shaq.
I had Tim Duncan. I originally did have Tim Duncan at like 9 or 10, but Mo inspired me to move him up. Also,
Yes,
taking
sir.
into account, Tim Duncan played during the generation of power forwards. Power forwards
That is true.
led that league.
As a YouTuber named Jidel likes to say, big men were really appreciated at that time.
Yeah. Like Latrell Sprewell.
Literally.
What a guy. No, but
Alright.
actually,
Dina, who'd you have at number 8?
It was you.
Who?
That cutting out there, bud.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, you
Shaq.
okay, you Shaq.
Okay.
All right, I had Shaq too. Dino, do you want to explain a little bit about Shaq?
Sure. He is arguably the most dominant player ever.
Arguably, yes.
Giannis.
Arguably,
No.
yes.
No.
Yes. What?
In the post, yes.
Yeah, dude, on the offensive side of the game and the defensive side, you do not want to get close to Shaq, bro.
Yeah, but no, when I think of dominant, I think of like winning. And Shaq actually.
Wait,
Shaq,
you want to talk about winning?
Shaq was a great winner actually. Except
Yeah,
he did
okay.
have a great
I
supporting
would
cast.
say so.
He had a great supporting cast everywhere he went, except Cleveland and Miami.
And I don't know if this hurt Shaq's legacy or not, but his final years were just not good.
Oh yeah, no, it ruined his.
He
stats.
was overweight.
No.
If
Like, does anybody remember when Shaq played 2 seasons with the Suns? I don't think so.
no, yeah, everyone remembers. Everyone knows the Big Shaq diss.
no,
Nah, people don't know him on the Cavs.
no. I remember him on the Cavs because the Cavs got desperate. They're like, okay, we have to get LeBron some help.
Yeah,
Let's get this really old Shaq to
And
play for us.
There's Zildjius Ilgauskas, duh. Everybody knows these.
Yeah, that was a weird time. So yeah, I'll let Dina continue.
Alright,
But-
so he's a one-time MVP,
Yes.
4-time champ, Finals MVP. He made the All NBA times, 10-time All-Star.
Yep.
So
Yeah, Shaq does have a lot of accolades.
Answer me this: when Shaq won all of his rings, was he ever the best player on the team?
No. You couldn't argue.
Debatably once.
You can debate
Like-
3 times. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
No, you can.
All 3 years with the Lakers.
You can no.
argue that.
Kobe's better than Shaq, but you can debate the Wade.
Okay, no. Okay.
You can debate
Oh,
Wade.
Kobe's-
earlier years.
Okay, Johnny. So do you know how Kobe and Shaq had a 3-peat with the Lakers, right?
Yes.
I want you to guess how many of those Finals MVPs went to Shaq.
Guess it'd be 2.
3, all 3.
Really?
Yeah, and the one championship he won with the Heat.
Wade?
It went to Dwayne Wade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Unaware. I would. But
So-
like in general, actually, yeah. At the time, Kobe's better, but Kobe had a better career.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Shaq deserves to be over Kobe, but I think number 8 for me is a good spot for him, right behind Kobe. All right. Do you think we can move on to number 9 now?
We're on 9. I thought we were on 10. I've got lost.
No,
I lost track.
yeah, we're on 9.
Okay.
I had Hakeem 9. We already talked about him.
Yeah. I had Shaq here, so
All
kind
right.
of already aforementioned him.
Dina, who'd you have at number 9?
I had Tim Duncan.
All right. So we already talked about all 3 of these players. The ordering for us is argued upon. So I had Tim Duncan number 6. So I'm obviously higher on Tim Duncan than everyone else.
I had 8.
Johnny is higher on Hakeem.
Mhm.
And I think for Shaq, we're basically all the same, like 8-ish, the 8-9 range.
My
So, yeah.
No one's gonna agree with my 10.
Oh, my 10. Okay, I had a tie for my number 10. I had Bill Russell and Wilt tied because, again, I haven't really seen them play. All I know is that they were dominant players who were great at their time. So I just thought 10 would be a good spot for them.
I had the one and only mailman.
You would Karl Malone, the child beater?
Well, that is inappropriate here.
Okay, Charlie, cut that part out.
Yeah. He's not gonna.
Okay.
He's not getting all those through. Let's be honest.
All right, Dina, who'd you have?
Alright, so I had a tie.
Between.
I debated and
with
I
yourself.
got Larry Bird. It was
Okay.
between him, Julius Irving, and Oscar Robertson.
You have Julius Irving. That's interesting.
Dr.
Like,
J, dude, he should
Julius
definitely be in the
Irving did, like,
conversation.
win the ABA, so
Yeah,
um,
that really messes things up when the NBA wasn't just one league.
Mhm.
It really
Yeah.
does kind of screw things up a little bit. Yeah. So I had my tie. So you had a 3-way tie between Dr. J, Larry Bird, and who?
Oscar Robertson.
All right, we already talked about Oscar Robertson. Julius Irving, he was really great for the ABA, and I think he had a lot of success there. But the thing was, you can argue which league had more competition at the time. It's all like skewed again, but Julius Irving is still a great player.
Yeah. I
And
mean, he's a stellar defensive player too. He's like I think, top 25 in blocks.
Yeah.
His position, that's like great.
Mm-hmm. Johnny, who'd you have number 10?
Karl Malone.
Oh yeah, Karl Malone. All right, I don't think Karl Malone deserves to be in the. Wait. Whoa. You don't have. Do you have Larry Bird on your list?
I kind of forgot about Larry Bird, but it's okay.
You forgot about Larry Bird?
It's okay. He was.
Okay,
He was.
you could.
He was
You
not.
could redo your list.
Dude, he was.
You could redo your list. Would you put Larry Bird on instead of Karl Malone?
Yeah, but Karl Malone would be a lot closer. Like he'd be an 11. I put Larry Bird at like six or yeah. 6.
Did all of us even have Magic?
I kind of forgot about Magic as well, but we're not gonna talk
Oh,
about
you
that. Okay,
s-
let's
you
go.
just-
Okay,
okay.
let's.
Very unprofessional of
Hey,
you,
this
Johnny.
dude. Anytime between the 70s and the 90s is irrelevant. I don't care about you. Okay, so Karl Malone here.
It's awkward.
Your Karl Malone is just out of here. Put
Alright.
Magic or Bird in there.
Okay, listen. He has the second most points scored of all time. Does that not deserve anything?
How many rings does he
How
have?
many rings does he have?
Okay, I don't remember this being about rings. This is about basketball and points
I
win
think I think
basketball.
when you're talking about the greatest players of all time, they all gotta have at least one ring. They have to at least won
Winning is
something.
important.
Yes, he wanted us.
Yeah. Karl Malone did not even. He wasn't even the best player during his era.
Because
Like, he had
MJ.
Michael Jordan,
No,
I
it's
know.
not MJ.
I know.
That's fair.
You could argue he's not even top
John
3 in that
Stockton
era.
was better.
Yeah, dude, John Stockton was a way better. Okay, he's a point guard, but still, John Stockton, I think. Like, would Karl Malone have been so successful if he didn't have one of the best
How-
passing point guards of all time?
No, but how do you guys have Kareem? But Kareem
True.
and Karl Malone, look at their stats. They're somewhat similar, except defense. Kareem was
Yeah,
a
but
god
then-
on defense, not Karl Malone.
Yeah, but then look at Kareem's winning. Look at his awards. Look at his accolades. He's the greatest scorer of all time. He's number 1. He's past Karl Malone.
Yeah. Karl Malone's past LeBron, Kobe, MJ,
Wait,
Dirk, Will.
I just realized you
Shaq.
didn't have Kareem on your list, did
Yeah,
you?
I did 4.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. I didn't
D-
forget him.
Dino forgot Kareem. Okay.
Didn't know where to put him.
Dino had a hard time. Dino had a hard time ranking Kareem on the list. So
Yeah, so he just got him
Like
off
an
there.
hour.
he just got him
yeah,
off
he
there.
just like, get out of here.
Think about
Kareem is
Kareem.
off the list.
Dude, I can't. Dude, I don't know where to put MJ. Let's just get him out of here. He's not top 10. Right, you know,
I just circled his name and put a question mark. That's literally what I did. I
Why'd
didn't
you-
know what to do.
I just underlined him.
I already knew Kareem was a lock for number 2.
Do you have any
All right.
honorable mentions here? Or...
I think what we're gonna do first is I think we should all go through our list again, and then we'll get into honorable mentions, and then we'll call it a day. All right, I'll go first. Number 1, MJ. 2, Kareem. 3, LeBron James. 4, Magic Johnson. 5, I had Larry Bird. 6, I had Tim Duncan. 7, I had Kobe. 8, I had Shaq. 9, I had Hakeem. And tied for 10th, I have Bill and Wilt.
So Dino, you can go next.
Alright. I have Michael Jordan number 1, Kobe Bryant number 2, Bill Russell number 3, Magic 4, LeBron 5, Wilt 6, Hakeem 7, Shaq 8, Tim Duncan 9, Larry Bird 10.
So since I forgot some, I'm gonna just re-say my list here. Definitely, it's not gonna be the same as what I said earlier. So,
Okay,
MJ,
good.
LeBron, Magic, Kareem, Hakeem, Bill Russell, Big O. Then I'll put Larry Bird. Then I'll do Tim Duncan. Then Karl Malone. I stick Karl Malone. I definitely.
You're gonna stick with Karl Malone? Okay.
Karl Malone is underrated. Whether or
Alright,
not
I have a-
he's the biggest
Not.
loser, he's underrated.
He's overrated.
Overrated.
Karl Malone is overrated.
In what way? Who is wearing a Karl Malone jersey? I dare you to tell me anyone.
It's like,
Okay,
If you see
because the
millions
reason-
of
because he's- Karl Malone is not a good person.
Yeah, what do you mean? He's a great.
Why would
he's a
anybody
great-
wear a criminal? He's basically a criminal. Why would anybody wear a criminal?
He was a
jersey?
mailman. What are you talking about?
He was a-
Criminal.
Okay. If you want to watch what we're talking about, go watch Mike Korzemba's video of Karl Malone.
No, Mike Korzemba is a fraud.
What? You're just calling a 1 million subscriber YouTuber who does basketball content a fraud.
Yes, Logan Paul is a fraud.
Jake Paul?
Logan Paul is a fraud, and he's like, what, 12 million?
You just compared Mike Korzemba to Jake and Logan Paul.
Precisely, I did.
Okay,
They're both
let's get
frauds.
away from that, Johnny. That's your opinion.
No, it's
Now
a
let's
fact.
get into my big list of honorable mentions. KD, I think at the end of his career, KD will be in the top 10 greatest of all time. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not.
Yeah, I would. He's 11th
How about
in
top
scoring, if I'm
10?
not mistaken.
top
I
15.
think he would be top
Yeah,
10
he
after his
will.
career's over.
If you will.
By the way his career is going. Another
I
honorable
mean,
mention I
if
had.
he gets injured again, he's gone.
Oh yeah, for sure. If he gets a big injury again, sad. That's the sad truth. Dino already touched on him. Dr. J, Big O, Jerry West. I think Jerry West is one of those people I didn't consider for the top 10.
Yeah.
But again, he was really close. Like he's the logo after all. He's a great player.
He didn't play as many that many games compared to the other players, so I kind of had
Yeah.
a shorter career.
Moses Malone, he gets pretty forgotten.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett, again, I
Ooh,
don't
no,
think I
no,
would
no,
have
no.
considered him. I wouldn't have considered him for the top 10, but people forgot how dominant Kevin
I would
Garnett was.
possibly put him top 10 of the 2000s to 2010, but not top 10 all time.
Yeah, his career kind of fell off a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Once he joined Boston, and then went to wherever you went, in Brooklyn.
All right, and then I have Dirk as an honorable mention. Again, Dirk is a great player, best European / foreign basketball player of all time. Actually, no, Hakeem is also foreign, but
Also,
Dirk is definitely the best European. Charles Barkley, I don't know if I would have considered him for the top 10, but he can definitely be argued. Scottie Pippen, MJ's
no way,
sidekick.
Pippen. No way, Pippen. No way.
I think he deserves an honorable mention.
He's underrated, but I don't know about top 15.
If you watch The
he's-
Last Dance,
Uh,
Scottie Pippen was the 122nd most paid player. Just think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
That's just
yeah.
insane.
He got paid as much
He's
as
on the
Luol
Bulls.
Deng got paid in the season. On the
And
Lakers,
I-
for not even playing.
And I think the reason he did, I think they go over this in the documentary, but it was because
Yeah.
he needed to provide like money for his family and like a constant source of income. So he signed a 7-year, $18 million contract, which was insane, and he wanted to get it restructured and stuff. But again, I think Dwayne Wade should get mentioned. He's kind of underrated, I think.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
David Robinson, I think, is really underrated.
Alright.
And these final four, they're just honorable mentions. I don't think it's hard to argue these four in the top 10 greatest of all time. Steve Nash, Clyde Drexler, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson.
Elvin Hayes,
But I think out of all those four, Allen Iverson's
Elvin
definitely the best.
Hayes, Wilkins, John Havlicek.
Okay. Yeah, I could.
that
I
was
forgot
around my
about those guys
list.
a little bit.
Yeah. Also,
Do you have any
Not
honorable
Wilkins.
mentions?
Not
Dominique
Wilkins.
Wilkins was
Not
really
Wilkins.
underrated. Yeah.
He was good.
I got
Tomahawk.
the Big O, Dr. J, David Robinson, Elgin Baylor, Charles Barkley.
Elgin
Then
Baylor, that's a
for-
good one.
Now players like playing now. Sad to say, probably Steph when his career's over, but
Yeah,
I
true.
don't like Steph.
You don't like Steph.
Then Kevin Durant, and then
what is there?
Russell
What
Westbrook.
is there to hate about Steph Curry?
If Russell
It's
Westbrook doesn't win a ring, I don't think he's even an honorable mention because he's not the biggest winner.
He's not team. Yeah, he's not like a.
And again, putting winning into everything is
Dude,
puts
like
it
KD,
even harder.
it's not fair for Russell.
KD's
'cause KD left.
way better than Westbrook.
Harden is better than Westbrook.
He left. It's not
I know
fair
he
for Russell,
left.
like,
I know he left Russell.
Doesn't make you what? That doesn't alter anything.
That's just KD leaving because
Yeah,
he wanted
that's
to
just,
just get it easy. He just wanted to get like easy rings.
Yeah.
And I'll end it off with one of my favorite players. I think Melo is an honorable mention. And everybody goes silent.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna end here. Okay.
I think that's a great place to end it on Melo. So yeah, either way, these were our top 10 NBA all-time greats lists. Again, there's a lot to be argued here, and even Johnny switched his list during the pod.
Yeah,
But,
I switched
yeah.
it many times. Let's just be honest. I wasn't prepared. Okay.
Yeah, okay, but again, this is a subjective topic. Leave your answers in the comments below. If you're watching this, please share this video to anyone who might love sport. I'm actually feeling that next week we might actually do some NFL-related content. Who knows? But yeah, either way, make sure to share the video, subscribe to the 7.5 Arms channel. We make a lot of content here. And yeah, I think that's a great place to end it. You guys have anything to say?
No.
All right, go Broncos.
Okay,
We'll
except
see you later.
except I'm terribly scared to end this right now. I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to click end and then mess it up and it's all gone.
That's more behind-the-scenes stuff. But yeah, either way. Dino, do you have anything to say?
I got nothing.
All right, stay safe, wash your hands, and go Broncos.